Reverend Rob Lee. Bold, smart, and straight to the point. This is Tarot with an Attitude.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Tarot with an Attitude. I am your host, the Reverend Rob Lee. Wow, bangarang. Okay, it is another Monday night, and it is Monday in March. We are here. Let's talk about March with a 9-year, 03, creation. This month, I want you to take time to put something into motion. Create something beautiful. That is what we are here for. Remember, it's a year of a 9. This is the manifesting year. 2025 is the year, I keep saying it, 2025 is the year to thrive. And this is something you can do. So March is coming here. We're coming in great. Everything's going good. And I want you to put your mind at rest and say, okay, what am I going to do to move something forward and something I want to create or something I want to do? That's going to be exactly what's going on. Spirit has given us the energy of all these numbers and everything that is happening around us to be able to create something just pure awesome. So take advantage of it. Take advantage of what's going on and know what's happening. So I'm going to get this started tonight. Our most gracious and loving Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, that nurturing, caring energy, that energy that has supplied us everything we need to succeed. Thank you. Thank you for our guides. Thank you for the angels. Thank you for our hosts, everything that you have given us to be able to go forward and create something awesome. In all these messages, make sure your message comes through and not mine. So mote it be. All right, let me get going here. I'm a little shorthanded tonight. I don't have Gillian tonight, folks. She's back off in Cleveland, so with business to see what's happening. Cynthia, good to see you. Everybody saying hi. I hope your son-in-law can join us. That would be awesome. I'd love to see that. Alyssa, Deborah, bangarang, everybody. Sierra and Dell, good to see you. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Howdy, Frank. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Here we go. Let's see what's going on, Cynthia. Just chilling, watching Chicago Fire, waiting on Rob. Did everyone have a good day? I hope everybody had a great day today. So yes, we're saying hi to the tribe, things like that. I want to let y'all know as I start to move forward and we begin these readings again, I'm going to have to shorten them up a bit because people are getting in line and they're leaving before the readings, and I'm getting some feedback that I'm taking too long, okay? So we're going to go through, see what happens, and that way I can get people out of here in an hour or so or whatnot. So just be ready. I'm not trying to cut anybody short. And if, as always, go into the description, go into my link tree, and if you want to book a session with me, you can do it right there. That would be awesome to do. So, Kristen, glad to see you. Everybody's here, trying to see what's going on. Ash Wednesday is Wednesday. I'm giving up needless spending for Lent. There you go. Going to be hard. I hear you. When we think about Lent, things that we are supposed to give up that mean something to us. And you know what? That's different for everybody. But that's one of the things we've got going. That's hysterical. I love it. Donna, good to see you. Glad everybody's here. I need to give up needless spending for life, but that won't happen. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Toys and Tarot, bangarang. How are you doing this evening? Glad you are here. Joey Garcia. Hey, CC, whoever CC is in here. Welcome. Joey, glad to see you here. Welcome to the Barefoot Bangarang tribe. Glad you're a part. Let's see what's going on here. Question. What does my inner child want me to know at this time? So you know what? That's a good question. Let's take a look and find out, okay? So, Sierra and Dell, we're going to go here so we can see these a little better, okay? So I am using my Sun and Moon Tarot deck tonight is where I'm beginning. I've got my light seers ready to go. Those are the two that pulled to me tonight. But Sierra and Dell, let's take a look and see what's going on and find out what's happening. Sierra and Dell wants to know what her inner child wants her to know right now. So here we go. So Sierra and Dell, if we look at this right out of the, if there's been a problem in loving, happiness, and joy, new things are coming. Be open and ready to find joy and happiness in all new ways, in all new places. The universe and God is ready to bestow some happiness, joy, new emotional treks, things like this, all out on you as we go. And this is something that you need to be aware of. Your inner child is saying, I need to love again. I need to find joy again. I need to be happy again. Okay? So that's what our inner child tells us. Sometimes we grow up and we have to say, I can't always satiate my inner child, but there are times we need to. Okay. So your inner child is crying out for a little bit of attention and a little bit of love and wants to get back and remember the way you were with a child. 10 of Wands. You're carrying such a big load. All right, Sierra and Dell. This inner child is saying, the 10 of Wands, look at what we have here. Oppression. We're allowing the outside world, Sierra and Dell, to put stuff on us. We're carrying stuff too much. And what I'm seeing here, if you look in our oppression card here, the 10 of Wands, all right, she's looking to the past. It looks like you might be spending a little too much time in the past, and it's time to put that burden down. And your inner child is saying, hey, we need to move on. It's time to bring this to an end so we can start over with that fire, that passion, and everything that these wands represent. And then finally, we have the 7 of Swords. The inner child is talking to you, and Spirit is telling me that one of the things is mentally, we're allowing you're allowing someone to steal your mental health, your sanity, or whatnot. Now, whether it's somebody else or the way we're thinking about it. I want you to look at this card real heavy. This woman is very, very sad, and we have futility. Stop wasting your time on things that aren't going to matter in the end. Stop, I'm about ready to log off of Facebook again, other than keeping time because of all the political crap and everything else. And I just love how people put up, all light, all love, and then they post all their own political stuff under the same thing. It's like, pick one for me, please. All right. The negativity abounds. So the futility there is disconnecting. Okay. Don't let everything that's going on around you steal your happiness or put you in a depression. And that's what's going on. We're allowing other people in, other things that are happening, and it's kind of holding you back, and it's stealing your depression. Or it's not stealing your depression. It's causing some downtime, some of that heavy weightedness. Okay. 7. So if we look here, we've got 10, 11, 18, a 1 and 8 in the total reading. 1 is that when we look at both numbers is a new beginning. It's you, it's the individual. 8, learn something, pay attention to the details, but bring them together. And this is saying a 9. You want to find your happiness. You want to find your joy. Lay down whatever's bothering you. It's time to move forward. Let that come to an end. And it's time to stop serving futility, maybe unplug for a while and get out of all the crap that's going on. Wow. Bangarang. That's what I have there for you, Sierra and Dell. Great question. Thank you very much. A lot of times we all think we know what our inner child wants us to do, when sometimes really, I love the question. I think that was a great question. Hey, Erica, glad to see you. Weekly message from God, please, and thank you. Alyssa, no problem. Let's take a look here. We're going to go back to that same deck, the Sun and Moon deck. All right. Let me see what's happening here. Get my fingers working. All right. Get back over here. There we go. All right. I'm going to lean in here a little bit so maybe y'all can see me shuffle some. My wife says everybody likes to see me shuffle. All right. I don't know. Okay. Tell me, put it in the comments. Do you like to see me shuffle or not? Does it matter? Okay. Here we go. So, Alyssa's looking for her weekly message from God. So here we go, Alyssa. Let's see what we've got. Okay. Your light card on this, the 8 of Swords, interference. You know what? Time to cut the strings. Now, the swords is, again, I want you to think neck up. Communication and the way we think or whatnot. The 8 is always talking about letting past events, okay, dictate our movements, and we've got to cut ourselves free so we can move free, okay? We've got to sever those cords. If you notice, she's kind of like, a marionette, and we're allowing other things, and we're allowing our thoughts that maybe aren't exactly correct, or thoughts that somebody else has put into us to manipulate the way you're feeling. So God is saying it's time to stop. Again, the 8 of Swords to me is always my stress card when we're worrying about the past. All right. Now, she is not looking in the past, but this is the 8 of Swords, which is stress, which is worry. It's about not feeling like you're out of control and you can't find your way through. But this is, again, consciously. So we're talking about conscious thoughts, conscious things. I want you to cut some strings and start asking yourself what is in your control and what isn't. Okay. And if it's not in your control, then how do we deal with it? It's going to be very important. A lot of swords going on here, Alyssa, and that means a lot of mental anguish is what I'm seeing here, and worry and trying to take care of too much with her mind. We go from the 8 right into the 9, which is cruelty. All right. You're so worried. 9 of Swords. You are actually could be. Remember, 9 is manifesting. Well, Rob, but look at this card. It's a 9. Yes. And sometimes, you know what I want you to see is sometimes we manifest our own hard times. Okay. Our anxiety about the future. This would be my anxiety card. Okay. And God is saying it's time to let some of this go. And one of the things we have to remember is we have to stop being cruel to ourselves. What are we looking at for other people? What are we looking at and allowing things to happen? Maybe you need to cut some strings here as well, too. But the cruelty is there, the 9 of Swords, the worry about tomorrow. Everything for you is swords. This is a mental battle. And you know what? The 4 of Swords, Spirit is saying it's time to call a truce. God is trying to tell you, you're worried about way too much. Let some of this go. Take a breather, okay? You're not going to win every battle. You're not going to understand everything. Get out of all this negativity and stuff. I really feel the negativity all around us right now with everything that's going on. But I want you to understand, separate yourself from it and understand it's time to call a truce, okay? For yourself, with your thoughts, with your communication, with the way you communicate with yourself, your higher conscience. So stop worrying about tomorrow. Cut those strings from yesterday. Stop worrying or yesterday. Stop worrying about tomorrow and just completely freaking out over things that aren't in your control, giving yourself nightmares and anxiety and everything else. Call a truce. Time to take a break. Take a mental break. Give yourself permission to take a vacation from whatever this is that's bothering you and get set back up. I hope that makes sense. Let me know. Wow, banger. Okay, there we are. Okay, Alyssa. Wow. Here we go. Y'all know I like to mix the cards back up before I go again. Let's see what's happening. So, banger and girl, and I hope everything works out. Let me know what's happening and what's going on. Everybody, while we're here and I'm going through these, I want you to understand Wednesday night, Laura Van Tine will be back. And we will be talking about building spiritual muscle. One of the things we talk about is getting ready for battles and things like that, kind of like some of what everybody's going through. How do you build your spiritual muscle? Okay. How do you build up a good spiritual self-defense? This is going to be our topic for Wednesday night. Friday night, I will be doing the You Are Live again. So come on, be on camera with me. It's fun. We have a great time. The energy is always awesome. And then next Monday, a week from tonight, I believe it's next Monday. Let me look at my calendar here. No, I think it's the 17th. Not next Monday, but the Monday after. The 17th. I have a very special guest who's going to be on with me on Monday. Black Moon Milk, all right, who is an astrologist. And we're going to be talking about how astrology plays into tarot. And we're going to talk about astrology. We don't talk about it a lot. It's not one of my strong points. Okay. But it is one of those things. So we got some exciting things going on, and I'm trying to develop some courses that you'll be able to take right here online with at no cost, right on YouTube, and doing some things about your spirituality, things like that. I would ask you, drop me an email if you have a question about spirituality and with religion, concerning your religion beliefs or things that we were taught to believe or what's going on. Drop me an email, because I would love to address those, because you're not alone. So make sure you're putting that out there for me, so I can start some recordings and show people about what's going on, and try to give you some clarity and thought in this new wave of way everybody's thinking and whatnot. We're starting to break free and have some free thoughts. Just because you give up a religion or the basis of a religion doesn't mean you give up your belief in God or any of your key hallmark moments. Okay. You can still grasp them, do everything with them. All right. These are things I want to talk about. So here we go. Let's find out what's going on. Let me scroll down here. Deborah, does Spirit have anything to tell me about the upcoming week? Very busy with grandkid activities. Let's find out. All right. Cynthia, going to be with the grandkids. Got grandkids activities going on. What does Spirit want her to know? So let's ask Spirit. Cynthia's going to be spending some time with the grandyoungins. All right. What's happening? Okay. Let's find out. Okay. What do you want her to know about this? All right. Been told to shuffle this a little differently. And here we go. All right. So, Cynthia, right out of the gate, we have the Ace of Swords. Now then, the Ace of Swords, notice we're getting a lot of swords tonight. And this is a lot of headspace stuff. Conscious headspace, not unconscious or subconscious. Subconscious is the cups. That's the water. This is swords, air, communication, conscious thought, things like that, developing plans. What this is telling me, and what I'm picking up from Spirit, is as you deal with the grandkids, I want you to be slow to react. Think about everything, because you're going to need to look at a new way to kind of see things and communicate. All right. There's going to be a big thing you're going to need to communicate, and you're going to need to communicate clearly so they understand what's coming from and they actually pay attention. Okay. So this is going to be huge. So when something comes up or whatnot, as you're communicating, communication is going to be key for you, and understanding, looking at things differently and trying to maybe think about how they're thinking versus and how you're communicating, not only with them, but with other people around you. They're going to be watching and listening. So that's what I'm picking up is very, very key to this moment. You know, we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant here, I love this card in this deck, okay? The Hierophant, you know what? I pulled it. We're going to keep that. That's not the other deck. I pulled from the wrong deck, okay? So we're going to let Spirit talk here. One of the things I'm getting for you, Cynthia, is that it's going to be very important to stick to a routine. Don't get too crazy. Don't get too far out there. Healing is available, but it's okay to stay with your rituals, and it's okay to focus on everything that has worked. All right. Now, with that, we have the Devil. Now, the Devil. What this is trying to say, what I'm really picking up between these two decks and these two cards is, I want you to understand, we have a 1 and a 15, which makes 16. All right. But we also have a 5 here, which is a 21. 2. So we're talking about the relationship here and the 1, okay, of what you need to do, and you've got everything under control, but 2 and 1 makes the 3 that we talked about. So we have a 3 here for creating something beautiful and getting some things moving ahead. If you notice, the Devil is talking about freeing yourself from what you think needs to be. We have the Hierophant, okay? At the same point, unlock yourself from some off-the-wall things and remember to stay. I'm really getting you need to keep an open mind, all right, and be free to change your plans. Don't get locked in. That's what I'm really seeing. That's what Spirit's telling me. The 4 of Cups. Yes, If you're not careful, we have luxury. Everything's going to be sweet. It's going to be good. Here is our happiness, our joy. But if you notice, she looks absolutely depressed. All right. This is complacency. So what I'm picking up here, if you're not careful, don't get locked into a plan. Be willing to shift. Stay with tried and true. Know what's going on. Okay. It'll be okay. New ways to communicate, new ways to think about things. But then number 2, make sure you're doing it all in a very solid 4 foundation. We were at 21. Now we have a 4. We're at 25. 2 and 5 make a 7. So we're talking about choices and observing and looking. Don't miss the joy because we got locked into something and that didn't go just right. I want you to be ready to shift. Okay. And different plans and different things you've got, you'll be fine if you're willing to shift and just stay with tried and true and you know what works. Wow. Bangering. I hope that makes sense, Cynthia. Let me know. Okay. Here we go. Let me get back over here. Bangerang. All right. Cynthia, got a weekend with the grandkids or a week coming up with the grandkids. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right. Scott, glad you're here. Glad to see you here. Joey, yes, I'm here. Good. Glad to see you here as well. Erica, glad everybody's here. Monica, hi, tribe. What's happening, Monica? Monica Madigan. There we go. Deborah, everybody's saying hi. So I'm going to go. What do we got here? What does Spirit want me to know about this spring? Kristen. All right. Let's find out. What does Spirit want me to know about this spring? So I'm going to ask Spirit. Kristen's wanting some guidance for this coming spring. All right. So let's find out what's happening. I'm already getting excited for spring. Still had, we had another down to 7 degrees earlier tonight or whatnot. And so it's still cold, but this week it's going up into the 50s by the end of the week. So I'm anxious to see. I think I'm ready to see some spring and to see the snow go away and all the greenery starting to come in and everything else. So let's talk about spring for Kristen. Here we go. Kristen, we have the 4 of Swords. We're back to that truce. Okay. There are other cards in this deck, but this is important with everything that's going on. I think we are all mentally under attack from negative things because of politics and everything else that's going on. Remember, stop. If it's in your control, it's in your control. If it's not, it's not. Okay? Step back from some of this stuff, but declare a truce mentally. Give yourself time to rest, recoup. That's what I'm getting about spring is it's going to be time, instead of getting so busy for you, take a break mentally and allow yourself to recharge. I see you recharging in spring. Yep, there we go. The 5 of Cups. Disappointment. This does not mean that you're going to be disappointed, but you might, okay? So, but it's not set in stone. We're in charge of our own destiny. Now, the 5 of Cups is here, though, to talk about happiness, joy, anger, hate, all of those emotional, subconscious things. Now, give it a break. Take a break, all right? And what this tells me is it's just going to be time to give gratitude for what you have. Take a break from thinking about things you lost, things that didn't happen, all your disappointments. Take that break and start remembering the beautiful things that you have. All right. Notice we have the moon here and the stars. So the moon is not full. So you're not seeing everything. You're not understanding. We're letting our mind wander and our subconscious is starting to take over a little bit. And we start weeping and mourning what we lost. Give it a break. Give it a rest. Mourn it, but then look and give thanks about what we have to be happy about, or disappointment will take us. Yes, absolutely. Look here. What a great way for spring to move into summer for you. We have the 10 of Cups. Satiation. It's the best way I can say it. Satiety is, I don't know why I trip up on that word so much, but it's fulfillment. It's understanding, feeling love, feeling everything. It's all going to be okay. All right. You have to understand the beauty. Things are going to come to light. The moon is going to show you things. Use your intuition, okay? And as you move forward, something that you've been through is going to come to an end, and some new things are going to start. But in this ending, it's going to be awesome. You're going to have a good time. You're going to find love. You're going to find joy. You're going to find happiness. Enjoy it. You got a marvelous spring ahead of you. Let me know what's going on. Wow. Bangarang. Okay. Kristen, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right. Here we go. Bring that over here, this here, get the cards back together, and boom. All right. All right. He's here. Please welcome Joey to the tribe. Yes, we are, Joey. Bangarang. Cynthia, you need to explain to him. All right, we got some other newer people coming in too that are hiding in the background. The bangarang thing, it's about remembering what you put out, you get back. All right. We are here because at one point in our life, we had magic. We did. We were full of magic as children. We believed in magic. We understood it. We let the adult world and everything come in society and take our magic away from us. What I want you to do is I want you to reclaim your magic. I want you to reclaim your magic. That way you can find your wings and you can fly. This is everything we're supposed to do and the way we're supposed to be living. So let's find out. Scott and Monica, so good to see you both. Absolutely. Let's see what's happening. See where I can go here and find out what's next. All right. Joey, I don't know how or why, but I've always knew I would have a lot of money, not only for me and my family, but to help others. My question is, will that ever happen? I honestly just want to get out of debt. Now, let's look at this is a great way to talk about manifesting, Joey. Okay. I don't know. I've always known I would have in the future a lot of money, not only for me and my family, okay, but to help others. My question is, will that ever happen? You're not seeing it happen. When we manifest, we need to actually see this happening almost like it's a memory that it's already happened. That's the key. And the key then is to take some action to make it happen. Are you playing lottery? Are you doing whatever it is? Are you moving forward in your job? Is your job going to be able to supply this manifestation of what you want and what you see? That's the key. And then we say, I honestly just want to get out of debt. This is a huge manifestation problem for people. Because what you have verbalized is all I want to do is pay my bills. That's what you're manifesting, not the extra to pay other people's bills. All right. This is very tricky. And I've been just as guilty of this. Okay. A lot of people are, you know what? I don't want to be rich. I just want to pay my bills. Well, if you're paying your bills and you're just trying to eke out a living, but every month you seem to just squeak by, maybe that's because that's exactly what you've manifested. So will Joey, be able to find a way to make money? And I'm telling you, this is all going to be dependent on you. Spirit will give you what you're looking for as long as you're taking action. So I'm asking the pendulum. Pendulum, will you work with me tonight? Oh, awesome. Okay. Now then, will Joey eventually make or have the money he needs to pay the bills for everybody else? I'm still getting a very big yes, Joey. A very big yes. So one of my things I want you to do down below in the links is a book my wife wrote. It's a manifestation. There's a journal and a book about manifesting. I'd like for you to go pick that up. It's right through Amazon. You can get that. Click on that, because what's in there, we kind of collaborated on it, but it was her baby, okay? Because people need to understand these statements right here and that vibe we put out, okay? This will help. And I do think I need to do a whole course on just absolutely manifesting, so people can understand what's going on with manifesting. This is important. You can't just sit there and wish for it. So my question is, if you're in a job that's not going to meet that manifestation requirement, what are you doing to find the job that will? All right. If you're content to just stay there and be where you're at and just pay your bills, see what happens? We become a self-fulfilling prophecy. So this is very, very important. It's hard for us. Sometimes we got to sacrifice, we got to put out there, and we got to trust Spirit's got our back to make the changes we need to make things actually happen. And I'm telling you, anybody that knows mine and my wife's backstory, we manifest a lot. Okay. We manifest a lot, but it's always required action and true solid belief in what we were doing. Okay. And surrender to Spirit. Boom. Bang. There you go. All right. But glad you're here. Awesome. 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 A good shuffle is always good. All right, we'll do it. I'll try to make sure I'm on camera when I'm doing that. Let's see what's going on. Cynthia, good message. Good. I'm glad you liked it. That's it. Thanks, Spirit, not me. I'm trying to just channel whatever comes to me at this time and what Spirit is trying to tell me. Let's see what's happening. I need to try to take a break from what. Me too. I'm about to silence people that are my friends and everything else because they're so caught up in all this. And some of them are some of the nicest people, but they're just spreading negativity because that's what they're focused on. I want people to focus on love. Like, guess what? I know it's out there. I absolutely know it's out there. I'm informed, but I don't need it in my face 24/7. And to constantly have it, just there, take a break from it. Absolutely right. In 2016, I actually took about a 3 to 4 year break and did not start back up until 2020 when I wanted to give people a place to come find just some happiness, joy, and escape all the political crap. So that's what's going on. Kelsey, hey, glad to see you. Glad you're here. Welcome, Bangarang. Hi. Will I get the job offer from the company I interviewed for recently? Okay. Somebody else asked this question a week or so ago. So, Pendulum. Kelsey wants to know, will she get the job offer from the company that she interviewed for recently? Yes. And if it was you that asked before, remember there was some uncertainty or something, I think something's cleared out of the way. Okay. That's me moving it while I'm talking and waving my hand. So will she get the job offer from the company that she interviewed for recently? And it's a decided yes. That's what I have for you. Let me know what's going on. That would be so cool. I would love to hear that. So many people need that little bit and need that extra. Monica, glad to see you. Yes, there we go. Everybody saying hi. I love it. Let's see what's going on. Monica Madigan. Hi, Rev Rob. May I get a message tonight from Spirit? Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see what's going on. All right. Here we go. All right. Let's see what's happening. So, Monica wants a message from Spirit. Let's share. Spirit, please. Oh, you know what? I told Joey I'd shuffle on camera. Here we go. Joey, my wife would kiss you. She's always on me about a good shuffle. All right. That people like to know something's fixing to happen when they hear the sound of those cards. But here we go, Monica. All right. Message tonight from Spirit. Absolutely. All right. Monica, we have the magician. The power and everything you need is in you. Look inward. All right. We have a form of the Ouroboros, of the snake that's eating its own tail. And like I said, my wife gave me a silver chain with that on it. And I try to wear it as much as I can. But it's there to remind me when things are going a little cattywampus or what do I need to do? All things begin and end with me. Spirit gave us this power. We have been given the tools and everything we need. See here, we've got wisdom, we've got fire, we've got power, we've got the emotions, we've got solid ground underneath our feet. We've got everything we need. And then the fifth element, Spirit is right here with you. Spirit will walk with you, never leaves you, gives you guides and angels and different things that you need. You know what? We have the Two of Wands. Time to make a plan. You got some things going. Things are happening. You might actually be coming up on an obstacle of something you're trying to get done or trying to do. Don't just go ahead. Look here, dominion. All right. Dominion means have a plan, know what to do, be in control. You're to be the dominion over what's happening in this fiery thing in your life. Now, this is not a bad thing, but it's something you're wanting to walk towards. Notice we have a lot of reference to yin yang, balance. Okay. 2, understanding our higher conscious, understanding spirit, and that relationship. So, whatever this relationship is that you're working towards with something, someone, okay, you need to understand coming up with a plan and holding the course is going to be key. We have strength. Now, this is a different kind of strength card, all right? And notice in this deck, the strength is the 11 card. 11, the first angel number, all right? Now, one of the things we have to understand is strength. Notice how she looks a little dejected and the flowers are all pointing to the ground and the serpent is crawling up her leg. You cannot allow all of this other stuff, everything, to affect you. Stay strong. Get your head up. Look at this huge moon, okay? Use your intuition. Listen to that gut. Let things light up. Let the moon, let the light of the sun, let everything high come up and show you the way you need to go, okay? Because you will see it. And then ironically, we have a butterfly. Metamorphosis. Change. If you do this, instead of being all weighed down, okay, and have strength and courage, and don't let the anger get you and the mouth get you and all this different stuff, you'll be able to change and you'll literally be able to morph your actual environment and your surroundings into something absolutely beautiful that will just take you a long way. So we have a 1, 2, 3, and 11 is a 14. 1, here we are, the magician card. 4, solid base, that anchor, understanding where you're at. But 1 and 4 make a 5. 5 is about getting through conflict, understanding, being passionate, being creative, letting things just flow through you, okay, is where this reading is going. It's going to be passionate. It's going to be very emotional, but it'll all be very good. Just make sure you're taking these steps. Okay, Monica? Wow. Bangarang. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's see what's happening. All right. Let me get these cards back in here. Joey, other people that are new, I do like to mix the cards up when I put them back in the deck so they don't get stuck together just because of a cheap shuffle. If they come out together again, then we know Spirit wanted them to come out. Let's see what's going on. Great message. I'm a planner and don't like change. Who does? It's not like we're all sitting around for it. We can say, oh, I don't mind change. A lot of times we don't in certain areas. But in big changes, we don't. So plan, make sure you're going, but keep the plan open. Don't get locked in, okay? Because that's going to cause your problem if a little hiccup comes in. Joey, Cynthia, he was on point about last week's celebration. You should tell him, oh, you want to share? Okay, share, let us know. But thank you very much. You're welcome, Kristen. Glad to see you. Daya, hi. What do I need to know for this month? Manifestations or anything. All right, let's get this back up. Let's get over here. Daya, I hope I'm saying that right. Daya wants to know what she needs to know for the month of March, for this month. So I'm asking Spirit for Daya, what does Daya need to know? What are the key areas that she needs to know? All right, and here we go. Daya's asking for some direction. The first thing, Eight of Pentacles. This is going to take work, and it's time to learn some things. Prudence. Don't go running off half-cocked. Prudence. Know what's going on. When you get a harvest, don't reap it all at once. Eight of Pentacles is about keeping an eye on the details, making things work. You've got to put the work in, but eight is about movement as well. But this is in your real life. This is in things, and this is a good thing to manifest. But thank you, Spirit. This card exactly talks about what I was talking about with needing to take action. You can grow and do whatever you need to do. You're going to have to keep your eye on the details. You're going to have to make things work. You can do this. It's going to take some time, but you can make things happen. We have the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess, a lot of people confuse this card. It's a 2, okay? Relationships or whatnot. Confuse this card with intuition. Now, let's talk about intuition and the High Priestess. The High Priestess is really about knowledge, okay? Now, think about it. What she's saying is, in order to pass through the waters, through all this emotional gobbledygook, everything, to get through the gate, to get to this beautiful oasis on the backside, you need to use the knowledge that you've been given. Now, here's where the intuition comes in, okay? And people kind of get focused on just the intuition. Knowledge is what you've learned through life. And when you have these gut instincts come up, that's knowledge, but your intuition will remind you of them. So remember, that's what's important here. Not everything is black and white. You are going to have to pass through the middle sometimes, and you need to use the knowledge and what you have learned from living life, your personal knowledge about how to get through and manage everything. Notice she's reading a book, a lot of books, a lot of decks. She's reading the Torah, different things. This is talking about knowledge, specifically learn knowledge, things you've learned or whatnot, and allow yourself to hit your own personal library and allow your intuition to bring that into light for you so you can see what you need to do and where you need to go, okay? Then finally, we have the Ten of Swords. You know, there's some big turmoil thing you're going through, ruin. You're not getting ruined, okay? But there's something you've been going through mentally. It's going to be time for that to come to an end. You may feel exhausted. You may feel beat. But this is not meant to go forever. Your way of talking, it might even be a way of communicating with yourself or other people, things that are going on around you. This situation's coming to an end. So you will be able to start this over and be looking at new forms of communication and allowing this to rest and start some things over in your brain. Okay? That's March for you. Wow. That's some great cards. Honestly, that's some fantastic cards for the month of March, because that covers your manifesting and understanding how you're going to deal with some things that are happening. Wow, bangarang. That's really cool. All right. Monica, I'm going to get that book. Thank you. There you go. No problem. It's right in the link tree. You got it there. Let's see what's happening. I got off of Facebook a long time ago. You know, I try to do it because I've got people I'm meeting or whatnot in this thing. Like I met Jill and David from Mainly Mystics through there and everything. But it's making it tough. Okay. It does make it tough. So I got to start, scooting past them and getting basically back. Y'all make sure you're on my Tarot with an Attitude. We have the group, but I have my actual Tarot with an Attitude. It's a business page. All right. I post events there, things like that or whatnot. Make sure you're on both of them. I try to share between the two, but it's me. All right. Mr. CRS. And there are times I forget to post stuff in certain places, but generally everything gets posted on the Tarot with an Attitude business page. And one of the ways you'll see it, you will see the logo, the blue swoosh logo, Tarot with an Attitude. Joy is in the right track. My daughter spends too much money. I spoiled her. Well, thank you for taking ownership for that. All right, we'll see what happened. I know it's getting late, but if you have time, can you tell us what we need to do to get my daughter's spending under control? No, I won't. And again, Cynthia, it's just that third party thing, I'm not going to read your daughter. Here's the thing. You cannot do it. She has to do it. It's just like an addiction. Spending is an addiction. Okay. And if she doesn't want to do it or find the need, all right. So, Joey, one of those things I would say is you need to, once you set some boundaries, you're going to have to stick to those boundaries. All right. And it's tough sometimes because just like in anything else, we got to let people hit rock bottom. And Cynthia, so one of the things I would tell you is don't enable it. Okay. Don't bail her out. Nope. Your credit sucks. It hurts. What are you going to do now? How are you doing this? No, I'm not paying for that. Now you're going to have to start making arrangements. These are things just like, we can love somebody and tell them no. Okay. But that would be one of the things I would tell you. Let's talk about that. Now, let's go there, Cynthia, and say, all right, what does Cynthia need to know, okay, about not enabling this situation? Did I say that right? So there's a situation evidently with her daughter. She knows she spoiled her, and that goes a long ways in taking ownership, okay? But she's concerned about her daughter. What can Cynthia do to help in this situation? And one of the things we got is the King of Cups. You're going to, okay, there it is. Remember I talked about hard love and putting some boundaries up? The King of Cups puts boundaries around their love, okay? Even when it gets tumultuous in that emotional anger, things like this, we always want to bail our kids out of trouble. No matter what we do, it's built within most parents. Notice I didn't say all parents, but within most parents, we don't want our kids to hurt. But at the same point, we're not teaching them what happens when we're gone or to stand on our own feet. So you're going to have to take charge emotionally of how you deal with this situation when she's asking for something or when you're confronting it. Here we are, back to the Two of Wands. Maybe you and Joey need to sit down and talk about a plan, okay? And say what's happening, because the two is about plan. We have dominion, okay? Dealing with somebody with addictions, whether they be a chemical, a substance, food, caffeine, different things or whatnot, it can be a hard thing to deal with because we don't want anybody mad at us, all right? But at some point, we have to make that plan and we have to take dominion and say, you know what? This is not healthy. I can't feed into that anymore and it's causing family problems. So y'all need to work this out. See what I'm saying? Y'all come up with a plan, think it through, but then you're going to have to make sure you see it through. But remember to mix love with laying a law down. Okay? That's one of the things. We have the Emperor. There we go. It's about laying the law down. That's him. Set boundaries. Okay? Going to have to be like, this is your world. You deal with it. Okay? Some of that stuff, that's going to be on Joey to have this conversation and say, what are we going to do? But then once something happens, y'all got to stick to it. This is hard. You're going to go through, because here's the thing. The world doesn't see overspending when they see her. She's not doing anything that anybody that's not intimately involved with the family would know is hurtful. All right. So there's no shame in I showed up with a new sweater, a new purse, these things. Other than some people going, where'd she get the money to do that? Okay. Remember that. It's that time. But it is time to start coming up with a plan, laying down some laws, and then saying, what are we going to do to live by them? Okay. Setting some boundaries, letting somebody know this ain't working. Okay. And it's causing problems. All right. Wow. All right. Let me see. I love you. You know I love you. Okay. And I just want to make sure that you're understanding the message that, and just from too many years of working with folks with addictions, it's understanding that if they don't want to, something's got to hit them. Something's got to hit them. And you can't jump in. Forced interventions just don't work. They do every now and then. Okay. But forced interventions, they just don't work. That's what's going to happen. And guess what? when you tell somebody to stop doing something that they want to do, get ready to feel the wrath, get ready to feel the anger. So y'all get ready, say a prayer, and find out what's going on. Okay. So that's where we're at. Do spirits need or want to tell me something? Joey, let's find out. Here we go. All right, let's go over here. Let's see what's happening here. All right, Joey. All right, Spirit, what does Joey need to know? Joey, here we go. Lovers. This is one of those things where it's commitment. I don't know if this is on that topic or whatnot, but a 6. It's about declaring victory, and it's about understanding. And I think one of the things here is making sure somebody realizes how important you are to each other and how much you affect your actions, and her actions affect your entire family union, and that commitment to that. We've got the Chariot. Got to stay focused. Spirit is saying for you, you've got to stay focused, and you can't let small things or other things pull you off course. You have to charge forward on whatever this is you're wanting to do. Notice we have no moon in the sky, but we have plenty of stars we can steer by, so we know which direction to go. Okay? Understand, move forward, stay focused so you keep going in the right direction. And Joey, finally, we have the Hangman. Perspective. In this situation that you're dealing with, or any situation, I want you to take a moment and relax, all right? And don't jump to a conclusion. Time to maybe change your perspective, look at something another way. In this case of spending, why? What brought this habit on? And you might have to address it from that avenue, okay? These are things. But what Spirit is telling you is don't charge headlong into anything. Stay focused. Keep moving forward. Remember the commitment. All right. So I'm seeing this, that there needs to be some communication here in this about moving forward. What's our shared goal? Where are we going to do? What are you going to do to get to that shared goal? What am I going to do to get to that shared goal? And maybe through that and coming at things from this perspective, we have the 12, the 1, beginning, 2, partnership. Okay. So we got that together to make it 3. Once you do all of that together and you take this time and look at a situation and give it a break, let your mind wrap around it and maybe come up with a different way, you'll be able to create something beautiful. Wow. That's awesome. Great cards. Great cards. All right. Let me see what's happening here. Get these put up. Come back over here. And let's see what's happening. My daughter and her team won 5 first-place dances at their dance competition. Huge celebration. All right, fantastic. You should always celebrate when our kids do good. That's just something, and don't be afraid to brag about it. Hold them high, okay? Hold them high. Donna, if you have time to Spirit, have a message for me for the month of March. Thank you. All right, let's see what's going on here real quick for Donna. All right, and let's ask. Donna wants to know a message for her. Donna wants a message from Spirit. Spirit, help me. Let's find out what's going on for Donna. And here we go. All right, we're going to cut the deck. Boom. Donna, we have the Hermit. It's going to be very important for you to make sure you're walking your own path. Now, notice how she's tilted to the left. Look at what worked in the past and what hasn't worked. All right. But use that personal knowledge. Understand, no, you're trying to get to a new and higher place. All right. And to do that, you might need to separate from the pack for a little bit. That doesn't mean alienate everybody, but it is time for you to walk your own path and see things your way. And that's going to be one of the things of where you need to go and what you need to do. The 9, it's ironic that the Hermit is 9, which is a manifestation card. Doing what you need to do, walking your own path, looking at what's going on and what works for you. That's just crazy important. The Queen of Pentacles. This is that same thing with the queen coming in with that nurturing, take care of you relationship. That Queen of Pentacles is saying here, go get the mani-pedi. Time to go to the salon. Take some time for yourself. And this is my self-care card. Physically, taking care of you and those, making sure you've got the bath salts, all of this stuff. You don't have to go crazy in spending or whatnot, but it is time for you to remember to focus on you. That's very important, okay? It's time to focus on you. If you notice, one of the things that draws me about this card in this deck is we're in a desert. The desert showing earth, sand, power, ground, okay? The oasis is back over here. Where do you think all the other people are behind this hill? They're all at the oasis, okay? But our queen here has moved away to say, I need some me time, okay? And that's in the real world. That's physical, all right? There's nothing wrong with that. And finally, we have the Nine of Wands, all right? Strength. This is the strength card. What I'm looking at here is, I know you're tired, all right? Keep fighting the good fight, all right? Donna, it's one of those things, you hold your head high, you stand up. I know there are times you want to quit, but God is there, Spirit is there, the Mother is there to tell you you've got another fight left, all right? You're about to manifest something great. You're bringing this thing on. The fire is burning bright. We've got the flames fanned, and you're about to cross the finish line. Make sure you stand back up and you fight the good fight. Wow. Banger. Okay, let's see what's going on. We'll go here. I'll put this here, and then I'll go here, and then I'll go here, and boom, there we go. All right, let me see what's happening. Bangerang, Donna. Hey, good evening, young lady. How are you? Glad you are here. Let's see what's happening. Okay, great. Thank you. You're welcome. Glad that's happening. Thank you, Donna. Great to see you. Yep, Amita. Will I get a spiritual mentor guru soon? All right. Amita wants to know, Pendulum, will Amita get a spiritual mentor or guru soon? Now, according to this, no. Okay. So I'm going to ask why. All right. Let's ask why. What's going on? Because if you're waiting for this person to fall into your lap, and this is what I'm really getting, or to step out, okay, that's why. Okay. If you want to manifest this guru, you need to go where the gurus are. Okay. And I'm not trying to sound curt or make fun of it, but that be the case. We have to know, what is the knowledge you're looking for? Go seek it. If there's a knowledge that you want, all right, you have to go find that person or talk to Spirit to lead you to that person so you can find it. Are you doing research? You know what you're trying to find? That type of thing. So, what we've got here is the Three of Pentacles. So works. You got to get to work. This is one of those things. And it's going to require your presence around other people, groups, things like this. Where are you going to find it? I've talked to people, believe it or not, a lot of people when I was doing a lot of addictions counseling and stuff, wanted like somebody to be their sponsor, but they didn't want to go to the meetings. How are you going to find a sponsor? Find somebody else that's not doing the program. Okay. You need to go to the program, go find out, find some different places for you to go, research, find out what's happening, because it's going to be through other people that you're going to be able to find this person, which means you got to get outside. You got to put the work in. We have the Queen of Swords. What are you trying to find? Take the mask off. It's time for you to metamorph. Look at all of our butterflies, and to come up with a whole new way of thinking, but you got to think about you and what you want. So this is going to be opening up communication. All right. You've got to communicate. You can't, manifesting is anything, is not just sitting there going, oh, I'm having great and wonderful thoughts. That's called dreaming. That's called wishing. Okay. Spirit will do things for you as you do things for yourself. That flow will go. I can't explain it any other way. This is one of those things. Seven of Pentacles, failure. And what's happening here is what I'm seeing is what's the definition of insanity? You keep doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. Okay. Failure, going around in circles. In the real world, find what you need. Ask somebody. If you find somebody that you trust, go to shops, go to stores, go to conventions, go to different things, Amita, and wait and go out there and seek a teacher. Okay. This is what you need to do. That will help. And that's what I'm really getting is if I'm going to ask again, okay, as we change this, if Amita will follow that advice, will she be able to find a guru or someone to help her on her journey? And now I get a yes. So that's the thing. You've got to go find, look, search. Don't be acceptant. But if you're thirsty for knowledge, go find the knowledge. Okay? Don't wait for it to land in your lap. That's what I've got. Wow. Bangering. Okay. All right. So, Cynthia, I get it. I want to thank everyone for welcoming Joey. Joey, glad you're here. Glad everybody's here and seeing what's happening. I do bail her out. Thank you for your honesty. And it's just like, when somebody's got an addiction, oh, well, they live with me. I keep bringing them home. You know what? To quote Richard Pryor, for those of you who are old enough to remember, a few of those missed meal cramps and the world changes. And I'm not telling you to do something I haven't done with people I love. All right? You can do it and still be loving. Be all caring, but we're not teaching them. Spending is my addiction. That's why I'm working on it. I realized I had a problem. That's half the battle and all you can do is work on it. Try. Let's find out what's going on. So that's the problem we don't go through with our boundaries. And there it was right there. You saw it. And it's hard. Even when I'm talking with parenting and things like that, one of the hardest things I had to remember and I had to learn, and I didn't learn this from my father. Only one thing I learned from my father about parenting: never punish when you're pissed, especially if you're doing corporal punishment. Wait. If I came home and I was what my kids called throwing a nutty, wow, off the chain, they're like, we're okay. Because they knew I wouldn't do anything rash while I was doing that. But if I came home, found out something happened and went, everybody to the room, I'll come talk to each of you in 20 to 30 minutes. But I got to digest what's going on. They're like, we're so screwed. Things like this. So one of the things we do is we start incorporating punishments, or we're reactionary instead of responding. And we put things into play that we know we're not going to be able to back up. Okay. You're grounded for a month, grounded for a year, you're grounded for the week, until it's inconvenient for them to be grounded. I'm not going to help you do this. I'm not going to help you do that. The waterworks come and we know it's going to melt our heart. You're going to have to start understanding that when you set these boundaries, do them from a place of love, but remember the boundaries you're setting. Because if we don't follow through with our boundaries, we breed confusion. Okay. And it doesn't help the situation. You mean well. Okay. And it's all in love, but it's just one of those things. Thank you so much for taking the time for joining me tonight. You're absolutely welcome. Glad we could do that. Glad we could be there. And this is what we do. You're, again, Amitha, thank you. Anybody that's new, go hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and make sure you're doing the share. That's what I need you to do. All right. So, everybody, wow. See, we got through so many people. It was good. I still feel like you got the message. Some of that's on me, not to drone on. Okay. But tell me how you not liked it. Let me know. Send me an email. Do whatever. tarotwithnatitude@gmail.com. Drop me a note. Put it in the comments about how you felt about tonight with me picking up the pace a little bit. So everybody got read and everything in. So I hope I didn't miss anybody because my wife is not here to actually star the requests. So that is one of those things. So, but welcome. So everybody, as always, take what you want, leave what you don't, but leave having experienced some peace, love, and light. Bang.